Alright, so in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what you can do today to set up your PPC campaign the right way, targeted for real estate investors. I'm going to give you the upload file to my actual campaign that we're using right now that's bringing in deals, and I'll give you step-by-step instructions on how to upload that file into your Google AdWords account to get you guys up and running. And on the second part of this video, I'm really excited to bring in my actual PPC specialist, Dan Barrett. He's going to be walking you through creating this campaign from the scratch just so you can understand how it works and how we're able to pay less than the competition but have better results than the competition because of the prospecting that we're doing. We're using a really smart way to figure out exactly what people are searching for before spending money on the keywords. It's a really ingenious system, and I think it works perfectly for the competitive space that we're in. So I'm really excited to share this with you, and enjoy the video. The past 8 months have been very experimental for me as far as the marketing I've been doing. I've kind of been zigging while others are zagging, and it kind of motivated me to try doing PPC marketing, which is pay-per-click marketing. It's Google's advertising platform. Every time you search something on Google, all those ads on the right are being paid for by companies. And in order to make those ads, you have to use the Google AdWords platform, which I've been doing because I've noticed that there are a large percentage of sellers that are going to the web in order to find solutions to sell their house. Instead of relying on someone getting your mail piece, they'll look for you on the internet, which is kind of cool. And the cool thing about AdWords is that you can use the 80-20 principle, which, if you're not familiar, it's 80% of your results come from 20% of your actions. And 20% of the ads that you'll be testing are going to produce 80% of the results, and it's like an infinite spiral of awesomeness because you can keep focusing in on what's working the best. It's highly scalable, and I love it. I'm going to show you right now exactly what you can do to set up the system that I just used to close a 5-figure deal that we got from a website lead using Google Ads. And we've really cracked the code. I've been working with an AdWords specialist on how to set up the best possible campaigns in a somewhat competitive niche. The We Buy Houses niche, as you guys know, is very competitive online. But the good thing about PPC is that it is totally winnable if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, it's a huge money drain. So I highly recommend watching totally through this video. I have a video that my partner Dan Barrett, who has been helping me with my PPC campaign, shot, telling you exactly all the little tips and tricks and hacks that he's been using to maximize my campaign. And right now I'm going to show you how to set up your Google AdWords account and then upload my actual campaign, the one that we've created that has worked, that has got me deals, to your account. To save some time, I've gone ahead and created a procedure for exactly how to do this. So once you create your Google Ads account, start here with step 2. Download and install the Google AdWords editor. I give you the link here. And the actual downloadable file for the CSV that has all my account data can be downloaded right here. And then from there, just follow these instructions. I've included images so you can see exactly what you're doing. And to access this, just click on the link. I'll put it right at the top of the information on this YouTube video. Now, if you already have an AdWords account and you would like for the other Dan, the Google specialist Dan, to check out your account, just hit me up on my email. I've included it in the information in this video. Or if you just want to make sure you're doing all these steps correctly, hit me up and I'll have Dan take a look at it for you and make sure everything's up to par. The whole goal for this is to figure out which keywords are the most effective keywords to spend money on, meaning you're going to pay more for people to click on those words. That way they'll rank higher eventually over time, and more people will go to your website and enter information to sell your house. And on the next half of this video, Dan Barrett, my Google AdWords specialist, is going to tell you a little bit about Google AdWords and why it's working right now, and exactly what you're going to have to do to learn how to really maximize your campaign and start seeing some results. So I wish you guys the best of luck, and here's Dan.
Hi everybody, I wanted to walk you through my system that I use personally, 7 simple steps to more conversions, lower costs, and much higher profits with AdWords. This is the exact same system I use to set up my client's account and my own account, and it's been proven to work time and time again because it's based on really solid principles, and I want to get into that really quick. So just so you understand the problem, most people lose money in AdWords because they are set up from the beginning to fail. And I see this over and over again when I look at potential client accounts or even look at accounts for friends. They're set up to fail from the very beginning. That's because a lot of Google's default settings and even the suggestions they give you will lose you money 9 times out of 10. And I'm not making that up. Google's suggestions are designed to maximize profits for Google, not for you. So that's not a secret, right? That's not something that I'm making up or kind of bringing out of thin air. That's something that a lot of people know, but most people don't have the time to learn the alternative, to learn a system that actually maximizes profits and lowers their own costs for them. So, what's the solution? So, we can do a lot better than the default by following 4 simple principles, okay? One, we don't guess. We let the actual market tell us where to put our money, and I'll show you how to do that. In fact, we can use data that Google will give us themselves to direct us to absolutely the most profitable and the easiest to bid on keywords that are out there. Second, we stay focused. Okay, we want to be focused. We want to go narrow in scope. We do not want to go broad because that's how we lose money. Third, we want to maximize our quality score, which in turn will lower costs. And if you're not sure what quality score means, there's a lot of stuff to go in there. I don't want to go into the theory in this video because I want to keep it short, but just keep in mind that the higher your quality score is, the lower your costs are going to be. And then number 4, don't self-sabotage. Most people unwittingly compete against themselves. This is something that most people don't understand. If they're running multiple ads, a lot of times they're cannibalizing their own profits. So I'm going to show you how you can avoid that. So what this looks like in practice, okay? If you follow these 4 simple steps, you follow, or 7 simple steps rather, you follow this system, you're going to pay less than your competition for the exact same keywords. You're only going to bid on the most profitable keywords every single time. You're going to find tons of hidden gem keywords that no one else in your market even knew to bid on. And you're going to build a system that improves itself over time, which means you're going to be driving more traffic for less and less spend each month. And I'm not, again, this is not hyperbole. This is how this system is supposed to work. It's how AdWords works when you set it up correctly. So that's enough theory. I'm going to give you the method and then I'm going to walk you through how you can set this up in your own account. Okay, but just so you have the overview, here are the 7 steps. 1, we're going to build one broad keyword prospecting campaign, and I'll explain what that means. And we're going to bid deliberately low. Step 2, we're going to find the most valuable real-world keywords from that campaign. So we're going to let the market direct our attention. Step number 3, we're going to build 2 focus campaigns for those keywords. So we're going to pick out 2 keywords, build focus campaigns around those, and I'll explain what that means. In those campaigns, we are going to build exact and phrase match ad groups. Step 5, we're going to adjust our bidding to prevent self-sabotage. Step 6, we're going to create 1 split test per ad group. And finally, step 7, we're going to add negative keywords to our broad match campaign, again to prevent cannibalizing our own profits. That's the entire system. I know there's a lot of stuff in there. You may not understand everything yet, but I'm going to walk you through it right now so you can actually see me set this up in an account so you know exactly what to do. So let's head over to AdWords. Okay, everybody, I'm here in my AdWords Campaigns tab where I have my account set up. And although there are some things already set up in this account, And excuse me, you'll have to ignore this red banner here that's just up there, and I can't quite get rid of it for the moment. Although there are things set up in this account, I'm going to act as if this was a brand new account. So I'm going to pause all of these existing campaigns, and I'm going to create a new set of campaigns as if they were a brand new account. The first thing I want to do is create a new campaign for my broad match keywords. Now, broad match keywords are keywords that we allow Google to have some leeway with. So for example, if I made a keyword for women's shoes, Google will show my ads for women's shoes, but if it's a broad match keyword, it will also show that ad for things like just shoes or women's sneakers or high heels, related keywords. So I'm going to create my broad match keyword. I'm going to come down to this button that says plus a new campaign, and I'm going to click search network only. I'm going to call this campaign broad match keyword prospecting. I'm going to keep standard features. I'm going to come down here and deselect search partners. I don't want search partners. United States and Canada is fine. If I wanted to enter a location, I would enter it here, so I might add Connecticut, which is where I'm from. Languages, I want to choose English. I want to click manually set my bid. I'm going to set my default bid for $2. Now, you may be in a market where this is a very, very low bid. That's totally fine. I'm going to leave it as $2, and I would suggest you do the same. For an individual budget, I might spend $10 a day. That's up to you. If you wanted to add ad extensions, you could certainly do that here, but I'm going to skip that for now and just click Save and Continue. For a landing page, I might add my website. You should definitely have a landing page. There's a ton of stuff that goes into landing pages and what works for landing pages, but we don't have time to get into that now. But wherever you're sending your traffic, you put it in there. Ad group name 1, we're just going to put keyword prospecting. And I'm going to put the kind of service that I'm thinking of prospecting for. Let's say I'm doing real or home sales. Okay. Keywords. Here I would put a general list of keywords. All the keywords I think are appropriate. So I might put sell my home, sell house fast. I might put home for sale, whatever. Now, this is not terribly important what you put in here. I would try to brainstorm about 10 to 20 appropriate keywords. Keywords that are focused on the service that you're thinking of selling in this ad group. That's enough for me for right now. And then I'm going to click Continue to Ads. Here we're going to write an ad, and I wouldn't necessarily worry too much about the ad here. This campaign is really not about driving clicks. It's about gathering data. This is one of the secret techniques that we use. We're not trying to sell things with this campaign. We're trying to see what people are searching for. So we can write an ad. By all means, write a high quality ad. I might write sell your home fast, and then I might write this is the quickest way to sell a home in this area. Call today. Now again, this is actually a pretty bad ad, so I'm not saying to use this ad. This is just an example. So you put your ad in there, and I'm going to click Save. And then I'm going to click Save and Finish down here. So what I've done is create a campaign, and I'm going to pause this right now. You can leave it enabled. I've created a campaign called Broad Match Keyword Prospecting and an ad group in that campaign called Keyword Prospecting Home Sales. In that campaign, I have some broad match keywords. The bids for these keywords are relatively low, $2. Now, here's why I'm doing it this way. Because again, you've noticed the ad isn't particularly good, my bid is fairly low, my budget is fairly low, only $10 a day. This campaign is not really about driving clicks. What this campaign is going to do is gather data. Now, I'm not bidding a lot, so my ad's not going to show a whole lot, and if it does, it's not going to show particularly high. But what this campaign is going to do is gather real-world search data. Now you may notice that when Google suggests you keywords, it doesn't give you actual search data, it gives you an estimate. And that's fine, but it doesn't really tell us what people are searching for in our area. For example, if I search my keywords on the Google Keyword Planner, it's not going to give me an accurate local volume for Connecticut where I am. So if I want to know that, I have to actually run a campaign to gather that data. To show you an example of what this might look like, I'm going to show you a broad match campaign that I do for another niche for website design. Now this broad match campaign has a lot of different keywords in it. And if I come to this campaign and I look, for example, at the last, let's say 30 days, I can come in here, sort by impressions so that the number of impressions is the highest at the top. And that's going to tell me exactly what people are searching for. So for example, I know in Connecticut, 1,219 people searched for website designing in Connecticut over the past month. Now this is not even a keyword that I really even knew existed. I mean, it was in my list, but I didn't really expect it. I didn't expect it to be a big keyword, but it was one of the highest ranking keywords in this entire niche. That's really important data to know for step 2. So just to review, you've created your broad match campaign, you've created a keyword prospecting ad group with a bunch of keywords in it, you've bid very low at only $2 with a low total budget of perhaps only $10 a day, you've created an ad, and you're going to let it run. I would let this campaign run for at least a week, maybe 2 weeks. It's going to depend on your local market, but you're going to try to get a bunch of data. When that's done, come back to this campaign and look at your keywords and see which keywords got the most impressions. Okay? Now, none of these keywords have impressions because I've just created this account, obviously. But let's say, for a hypothetical example, that when I sort by impressions in this list of keywords, the keyword sell home was the #1 impressions keyword. And remember, impressions just mean your ad was shown. That means that your ad was called up. Let's say this was shown 1,000 times. So sell home has the largest volume of searches of all my keywords. So I want to target that keyword very specifically. But broad match is a really bad way to do that because it's broad by definition. So I want to create a special campaign just to target that keyword. So I'm going to come back here to all online campaigns. I'm going to click new campaign, search network only. Now, I'm targeting the keyword sell homes, so I'm going to call my campaign sell homes. Focused. Standards, fine. I'm going to get rid of search partners. Again, I'm going to target in Connecticut. Now my default bid might be high, let's say 10. My individual budget might be $50 a day. Now the bid, whatever the bid is, that's going to depend a little bit, and we'll get some more of that data in a bit. We're going to click Save and Continue. Now, landing page, preview and put whatever your landing page is going to be. Ad group name. Our first ad group we want to make exact match. And we can create another ad group called phrase match. Now this is very important, okay? So we have 2 ad groups inside our campaign for the keyword sell homes. In the exact match ad group, we're going to put sell homes in brackets, and that's it. That's our only keyword in the exact match ad group. In the phrase match ad group, we're going to put sell homes in quotation marks. Now, if you're not sure exactly what the difference is between phrase match and exact match, just in general for this video, keep in mind that exact match is only going to ever show up when someone types in sell homes. But a phrase match ad might show up when someone searches for some variation on sell homes. So it's basically less broad than broad, but not as exact, if that makes any sense. Now I'm going to click Continue to Ads, and I'm going to make sure I dismiss and continue. Google wants me to add more keywords. This is one of those instances where Google is suggesting something that would actually cost me money. I'm going to dismiss and continue to keep only my 2 keywords that I want. In my ad now, because I know this ad is only showing for sell homes and some variations on that, I'm going to make sure I say that in my ad. So we help people sell homes. Does that fit? It does. I have the keyword sell homes in my ad. That's good. Sell your home today. We get you the best price on home sales. Notice that because I know only people who are typing in sell homes are seeing this ad, I can really target my ad to specifically that keyword. And this, again, is a bad ad. This is just for an example. I'm going to click Save. Now, notice that we have the exact match and phrase match ad groups here, and I can add an additional ad. I do want to add one here. I didn't add one in my first broad match keyword prospecting campaign, but I definitely want to do that now. I'm going to create an additional ad, well, let's say with a different headline. So I might say, sell your home fast. And then we help you sell your home fast. Fastest turnaround in the biz. Again, these are bad ads. I'm just going to save that. And I'm going to create the same. You can do a different ad for the phrase match campaign, but I'm just going to do something similar. Sell your home fast, and then fastest way to sell a home, best prices in the business. Okay, so now I've got my new campaign, which is all about the keyword sell homes. I've got an exact match, sell homes in brackets. I've got a phrase match keyword ad group, sell homes in quotation marks. And I've got 2 ads per ad group. I don't want any more than that. I'm going to click Save and Finish. Okay, that got approved, so now I'm through. So, just so you can see what we've done here, I have a new campaign called Sell Homes Focused. I've got an exact match ad group with 1 keyword, sell homes in brackets. And I've got a phrase match ad group with 1 keyword, sell homes in parentheses. And they've each got 2 ads in them. Okay. Now, here's another thing that most people skip. We want to alter the bids per ad group. So remember that I said the default bid for this campaign was going to be $10 per click. But here's the thing. If we bid $10 a click, the exact match campaign and the phrase match campaign will compete against each other, and I don't want that. So for the exact match campaign, I'm going to leave it at $10. And for the phrase match campaign, I'm going to change it to, let's say, $9. I'm making this bid 10% less than this bid. That ensures that if someone's typing in sell homes, Google will show the exact match ad first if it's appropriate, and only then show the phrase match. And if that's not appropriate, only then will it show the broad match campaign, which is only bidding $2. This is a really important step, and this is how we prevent ourselves from self-sabotaging. Okay, so we've got our broad match campaign with our keyword prospecting information going on there. We've got our focus campaign with an exact match and a phrase match ad group. Now, when you're doing this, I would start with at least 2 of these focus campaigns. So pick another keyword and make an exact match and a phrase match for that as well, altering the bids appropriately. But for this, I think I showed you guys how to do that, so we're going to leave that here. So we've got one more step, and that's to make sure that our broad match keyword doesn't compete with either of those, just to be double sure. So I'm going to go back to the broad match keyword prospecting campaign, go to my keywords, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and I'm going to find this area that says negative keywords. Over here where it says campaign level, I'm going to click add keywords, and I'm going to put in sell homes and sell homes, and also sell home. I can't remember. Yep. So you'll notice that I'm putting in the keywords that I used in my other campaign. Okay? That's because negative keywords prevent this campaign from triggering on these keywords. And because I have other campaigns focused on those keywords, I don't want my broad match keyword stuff coming in and mucking everything up. So, we've got a broad match keyword prospecting campaign. We've got a focus campaign with tightly focused ad groups. What this is going to do is it's going to raise our quality score, which in turn is going to allow us to lower our bids, beat our competition on the exact same keywords for much lower money, and get a much higher return on our investment. And then when we want to expand this campaign and start targeting more keywords, all we have to do is come to our broad match campaign and look at the keywords that are getting the most impressions to tell us what the market is actually telling us is the most profitable and valuable niches to focus on. So that's my system. I realize it's kind of a lot, it might be a little technical, but if you can just set your campaign up for success in the beginning, you will be miles ahead of almost everyone else that you're competing with. Almost everyone doesn't have any idea what they're doing in AdWords. So if you can get some help like this and get set up the right way, you are head and shoulders above the rest of your competition. There's a lot more that happens after that, but this will definitely get you on the right foot and get you started on the road to success with AdWords. Thanks a lot.